Today, I'm gonna show you how you can make 5 breakfast meals in under 5 minutes. And then I'm also gonna open up MyFitnessPal and I'm going to log each of these meals so I can show you guys the calorie and the macro breakdown. These meals also all consist of having high protein amounts that will help you to build muscle, lose body fat, and get the results that you guys are seeking. Make sure you guys stay for the last meal because that meal is a meal that I've literally had for the last 2 years of my journey. It's so freaking good. So let's dive into meal number 1. Here we go. We got Siggy's yogurt, we got granola, and peanut butter. Side note here, if you do work out in the morning and you're wondering like, what should I eat or what would be good and tasty to eat first thing in the morning, that will also help you to perform in the exercise and or strength training, whatever you're doing. This is actually a really good pre-workout meal. This is high protein. This is a good carbohydrate. All I would do is just take out the peanut butter because it depends. Like if you're doing like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, that's a lot of fat grams for a pre-workout meal. I've shared this many times in a YouTube video or on social media or in our WarriorBabe community. You want to limit your pre-workout meal to have low fat grams because your body is going to try and digest the fat grams first because it is more calorie dense than protein and carbs. So just having the protein and carbs will give you enough fuel and get you to power through a workout. So let's actually build this. So what I typically do, like the serving size for Siggy's yogurt is 3/4 of a cup. It's 170 grams and that gets you 17 grams of protein. I want to get a little bit more protein, so I typically go for the 200 range with the yogurt. So let's just slap on, got to change the unit to grams, about 10 away. Close enough, 199. Tear that bad boy, and then I usually do about 30 grams of this granola. And then the easiest way to do peanut butter, tear it, and then stick this spoon in there. What I'll do is I'll get like a tablespoon worth, which is 16 grams. And that is way more than 16 grams. 13. So this is only 1 tablespoon, which is pretty crazy. That's 1 tablespoon, that's 16 grams of fats right there. So this is literally meal 1. So next, let's show you this macro breakdown inside of MyFitnessPal. If you guys, it's first time tracking macros, you're just learning how to do this, the easiest way that you can do this is obviously start to build your food database inside of MyFitnessPal. So you will go to add food, scan barcode, and you can literally just barcode scan all of these ingredients. But then you want to make sure, okay, serving size. So I always go to 1 gram and then I add in number of servings, which is 30. So there's 30 grams, and then that's how you get really accurate, and then you hit add. Now next food item is a Siggy's yogurt, barcode scan, and then again, same thing, you wanna do 1 gram for serving size, and then since you had I did 200, you do 200 servings, so that's 200 grams, okay, and then add food for the peanut butter, scan barcode, and then we did 1 tablespoon, serving size, number of servings 1. Okay, there we go, and add, and there we go. So this meal right here consists of 429 calories, broken down by 42 grams of carbs, 19 grams of fat, and 27 grams of protein. That's meal 1. Let's move on to meal number 2. Meal number 2 is I do quick oats mixed with a packet of instant oatmeal, maple and brown sugar, mixed with egg whites. And then again, you could use these 3 ingredients as a pre-workout, but if you don't want to, then you could add in peanut butter to make it more tasty. Peanut butter is bomb. Okay, so let's start building this. So I do 40 grams of the quick oats, okay? And then I just do a whole packet of the instant oatmeal. And this just adds just such a tasty flavor to this meal. And then shake up these egg whites. I do 150 grams. And then what you're gonna wanna do is take this And we're gonna pop it into the, actually, we're gonna need to add a little bit of water here, because if you didn't and you put it in the microwave, it would end up like all rock, like just like all close together and a big chunky mess. So add a little bit of water, and we're gonna pop this in the microwave for about 2 minutes. And then after that, I would add the peanut butter on top. So let's go do that. While that is cooking up there in the microwave, let's open up MyFitnessPal and let's add these ingredients. So add food. So clearly this one doesn't have a barcode scanner on it. However, because I have built up my database inside of MyFitnessPal, I can just go to search food. It's actually under Quick Oats. So let's type in Quick Oats. There we go. And because I eat this meal so much, and what's cool about MyFitnessPal is literally you can see add frequently paired foods here at the bottom. I can just tap on these 2 things because this is exactly the meal that I just made. And voila, the meal is built out. So without the peanut butter added, we'll add the peanut butter in a second. The calorie breakdown is 382 calories, made up of 58 grams of carbs, 4.5 grams of fat, and 24 grams of protein. So again, like since I explained like the pre-workout fat grams a little bit earlier on, this is a good example that you guys can see that the fat grams are like 4.5. That's pretty solid. But if you were to add in this, that will probably get you up around like 12, 13, or 14 grams of fat. And while it's like a little bit on the higher side of what you wouldn't want to have in a pre-workout. So again, this is without the peanut butter. However, if you want to make it tasty, you can add the peanut butter in it. It's already pretty tasty without it. But again, you can make it even more tasty. So let's get this out of the microwave, okay? See this beautiful consistency, it's super nice. What I like to do is just stir it up a little bit. And then if you do add in the peanut butter, this will be the prime time that you would add in the peanut butter because it's nice and warm and the peanut butter will melt in it and it's just like, voila. So if we do want to add in the peanut butter, let's just do it for instance, okay? So really quick, you just add in, I would do 1 tablespoon of it, again, keeping the fat grams a little bit lower. It bumps up the calories to be 477 calories, 61 grams of carbs, 13 grams of fat, and 28 grams of protein, okay? So that is meal 2. Meal number 3, and honestly, you guys, like, this meal looks so freaking tasty. We were thinking and talking out before the YouTube on what these meals could be consisted of, and I was like, avocado toast and eggs and egg whites. I'm like, damn, I'm actually gonna start incorporating this into my routine because it sounds so dang tasty. So let's brew this bad boy up. We gotta cook these eggs. You know, this will only take probably 2 minutes to cook the eggs, and then while those are cooking up, you can make the toast and the avocado. So again, a meal under 5 minutes, guys. Here we go. All right, spray some avocado oil up on there. Let's come back over here. Let's weigh out some egg whites. I do 150 grams. All right, and then what I typically do, my friends, is only 1 whole egg. So here we go. Woo! Now let's get this toast made. Actually, we should probably toast these suckers up. Let's toast them up. I haven't had to do avocados in a minute. It's been a pretty long time, guys. So this is a normal thing that you would cut avocados with. Well, let's open up MyFitnessPal. Let's search up these avocados. Awesome, like a 1 medium one. Let's see if it breaks it down by gram. It does. Okay, sweet. So I'm just gonna kind of hold that here off to the side. Let me get these eggs. Salt and pepper them up. 2.9 grams of fat if I did 20 grams. I think 20 grams is a lot. So we're just gonna move ahead and commit to 20 grams right now. We flip these. Toast is done. Eggs should be done in maybe 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that got Maverick excited. Okay, so it's gonna pick up the weight of the avocado now. Okay, so 20 grams. So we're gonna do like 10 on each. Oh, snap. That's 20 right there. Okay, so avocado is a little bit more dense. Readjust MyFitnessPal in a second. Okay, so that's 40. Spread it out, make it look pretty. Now, let's build this up in MyFitnessPal. Okay, so we already got that avocado in there. Let's change that to 40 grams. Okay, and then let's add in egg whites, again, because my database is already built out. I already have the 150 there, and then I have 1 large egg and the frequently paired foods down there at the bottom, so I'm just gonna hit check mark, add those 2. And then I haven't had Dave's Killer Bread in a minute, so I'm gonna just barcode scan this and add 2 slices. All right, you guys, there we go, it's built out. So this meal right here consists of 436 calories made up of 47 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, and 33 grams of protein. This is definitely gonna be added in as a staple for myself. Those are beautiful freaking macros right there for a breakfast meal. All right, that wraps up number 3. Let's move on to number 4. Meal number 4 is another tasty, like good sweet tooth one. If you're, especially like, if I was to think back to the beginning of my journey, right? I loved sugar, I loved candy, I loved milkshakes, I loved things that just, I loved sugar. That just wasn't good for you. So if you're, just starting out in your fitness journey and you have that same thing that you're trying to get over, this is a good way of implementing something that is healthy for you, but also still tastes sweet. This meal is cottage cheese, honey, and strawberry fruit spread. So good. And again, this would be another really good pre-workout meal for those of you that work out in the morning. But if you don't, you can add in peanut butter, okay? So let's build this meal. So again, 1 serving size for this bad boy is a half a cup, 110 grams. But that only gets you about 14 grams of protein. So what I like to do is, same with the Siggies, I will make this I'll double the serving size. I will make this either 200 grams or 210 grams, which will give me 28 grams of protein. That's the way to do it, my friends. To get more protein, just change the quantity of the serving size. All right, so let's just do 210. And then tear that bad boy. Actually, we're gonna take this off. Similar to the peanut butter, what I would do is put this fruit spread on. Okay, now I need 1 serving size, which is about 1 tablespoon, which is 19 grams. That's okay, because I've already counted that. And then for 1 serving of this is 21 grams, again, another tablespoon. And this can be messy, so you gotta do this fast. Perfectly. Perfect, look at that, that was 21 grams. So that, without the peanut butter, is meal 4. Let's build it in MyFitnessPal now. Okay, so we got what? Cottage cheese. Again, like you can, it's already in my food database, but for purposes of this, I will scan. I gotta change the serving size. I'm gonna put it at grams. This is the best way to do it, guys. Just change that to grams and then do, I think this actually stops at 200. So what I'll do specifically for this is 1 cup, and I'm gonna change it back to 1 serving. That'll get me what I need, okay? Yes, then add food, scan barcode, pretty simple. 1 tablespoon, add food, scan barcode, 1 tablespoon, already there. All right, so this without the peanut butter is 320 calories, made up of 37 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fat, and 28 grams of protein. If I was to add the peanut butter in, that would change the overall meal to 415 calories, 40 grams of carbs, 18.5 grams of fat, and 31.5 grams of protein. Pretty decent still if you were to add in the peanut butter. So that is meal number 4. Now let's move on to, honestly, in my opinion, the best meal of them all. I've literally been having this meal for the last 2 years of my journey. It is just the perfect blend of sweetness, deliciousness, fuel, and protein to start out the morning. Let's start building it. All right, you guys, here is meal number 5. 150 grams of egg whites, 1 whole egg. And voila! All right, my friends, for the purposes of the video, seriously, like I'm not gonna recook eggs and egg whites. That would be just a waste. So here we are from the previous meal, bam, right here. All right, this is literally though, the meal that I've ate for the last 2 years. The way I start almost every single one of my days is egg whites, bagel, cream cheese. It's so freaking good. But for purposes of if you guys are trying to work out in the morning, I probably wouldn't have this first thing in the morning because there's a higher fat gram to it. But anyway, that is meal number 5. Now let's build this inside of MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal, and add food, and then scan this bad boy's barcode. It will most definitely be in my database, so I'm curious to see. So what's cool about MyFitnessPal is usually I have this in meal 1, so I'm putting this currently right now into meal 5, just for purposes of showing you guys this video. So you won't see anything paired often with this meal because I don't typically have it later on as my last meal of the day. So we're gonna just have to stack these ingredients right now as we go here through. So 1 large egg, and then where are my egg whites? Egg whites, and what's cool is like you'll see like history, like MyFitnessPal picks up on many of the things that you have eaten, down to the quantity of which you've eaten them at via grams or ounces. So it's so easy to just like, once you have a database of food and you eat pretty much the same things all the time, because it's just what I would recommend, especially if you're starting out your journey. It's really easy to go into MyFitnessPal and log your food. And then last we have the cream cheese. So there we go, cream cheese spread. And I usually do about 25 grams of the cream cheese spread on top of my bagels. So there we go. This meal consists of then 497 calories, 53.5 grams of carbs, 15.5 grams of fat, and 35 grams of protein. All right, you guys, I'm gonna grab this cottage cheese strawberry spread on honey and eat it right now, because I got 5 of these amazingly delicious meals that I have to eat now that I've made them. If this is the first time that you guys have, heard about macros, or you've seen how the breakdown of foods get intertwined with tracking your macronutrients, and you're intrigued by this and you're like, wow, like I definitely want to get better on the nutrition game. I know that's a part of the aspect of my fitness journey that I need to work on. Check out WarriorBabe.com. We got your backs when it comes to individualizing your nutrition plan, giving you the macro breakdown that you should be following that will get you to the goals that you want. So that link is in the description below. And for that, that's a wrap. I'll see you guys next time.